Everyone, this is Black Sun Rising by C.S. Friedman with this cover by Michael Whelan. I am of the opinion that this particular cover of this fantasy book is in the running for whatever the most iconic fantasy cover is. The only thing I think that might kind of live up to it is by Frank Frazetta, Conan the Adventurer. That right there, and I think that right there is why Conan is so popular, just from what Frank Frazetta has done. And then finally people wanted to actually read it because it didn't sell that well, if I'm not mistaken, when it was originally released. But anyway, I'm talking about this one. So this qualifies as a slow burn, and I will get to that in a bit. There's actually a lot of really good things in this, amazing things in this, great concepts in this, good characters in this. So we have our lead guy. He's a priest, Damien Bryce. That is not him on the cover. I wonder if, I think this might be him, but I'm not 100% sure. But, and it took me a few pages in to realize there's something kind of familiar about him, and I thought to myself, this is like Leonidas from 300, King Leonidas, the way Gerard Butler plays him. Not exactly, but it's close enough, and I started to think of the way he speaks throughout the book, and it made that quite enjoyable. He has come to town, and he gets himself a lady friend who herself is a powerful magic wielder. They call magic the wielding of, not just magic itself, mana, but they call it fae. And Damien can wield it, but in minor ways. He's a healer. He can, see things magically. Otherwise, he's a big dude with a sword, and he has the power of religion sitting behind him. Up comes Siani, that's his lady friend, and she herself is a powerful sorceress. She has a friend named I can't pronounce it actually, Sezi, and he has vast knowledge, but he doesn't have any power. He doesn't have power like she does. And there's a really good line in here about what each of these characters hunger for. She hungers for knowledge above all things, and everything else is secondary. Her companion, her friend there, he wants not power in the way of dictatorship, but power, just power. He wants magic power, and he wants to get it. Otherwise, he's kind of a coward, but he's actually a very good-intentioned person. Damien, he wants to just make a better world. He's definitely on the side of, his morality anyway. And then, of course, there's the guy, this Gerald Tarrant. This book starts out with him sacrificing his family for very, very powerful fae. It hints right at the end of this beginning scene that there's a reason other than selfishness, but you could kind of take it either way. And the basics, this is a very basic plot. Siani there, she's doing her magic thing, magic meditation, exploring, and something gets into her and removes all her memories of her power. She becomes utterly powerless. And this whole thing is a quest to do away with the thing that took her power, and maybe she can get her power back. That's it. That's the basic idea. The problem with the book is that, like I said, it is a slow burn. I've read some slow burn books that I actually liked. When you read Lord of the Rings, you're reading along in this adventure, and awesome character things happen, events happen. It's about the journey, and then we get this awesome ending too. This one, the journey is just sort of, there. Okay, it's kind of interesting to think about, we had to get along this crevice here, and the horses, we can't back them up. They'll just have a very hard time about it. It's impossible. And there's little interesting little tidbits like that. Basically, it's just a journey. There's some things that happen. There's a lot of, actually a very good, it's not a love triangle, but Damien wants to be in love with Siani. But she has lost her power, and since Tarant has gone along, he offers to, I'll be your I don't know what they call it when it's master apprentice, is what he offers, and she takes him up on it. And Damien has a bit of a problem with this, but it's not a love thing. But still, the interactions between the characters are actually really, really good. It's just, boy, is this just, it's too long-winded. The ending's really good. The concepts are good. There's things I would love to continue on. This is a very good book in ideas. But it was just, I started to get, it just wears on you. This is 586 pages, I believe it was. You can knock easy 100. You could have even knocked out 186 pages, maybe 186. That many, and got this precious little book that I was actually pretty afraid that this amazing cover was going to contain a book that was just blah. It wasn't just blah. Again, there's some great things in this. It's just drags you down. There's these interludes. This thing that had taken her power has a servant, this demon servant that it summoned. And there's these little enticing, dark interludes of them conversing about what they're going to do. They know they're on their way to get him and what they're going to do about it. And it's good that way. Oh, it just, the journey took too long. It wasn't that damned interesting along the way. There were interesting things in it. It just took too long. Now, it's not impossible, since I have them, because I bought these a long time ago all at once, then I'll one day pick these up and give them a go. Because this wasn't a horrible experience. It's just not so damn good that I want to go through it again with another equally large book, and then the third one's even bigger. That's okay. That's okay. Sorry. This wasn't bad, like I said. It's just too long a book for what it was, and I'm not going to continue for now, at least. But this has reviews that range the spectrum from 1 to 5 stars. People love it, hate it, something in between. It's okay. I don't know what I would put it. I don't rate things like that, but still, there it was. I got the experience over. I had this so long and loved this cover so much. I wanted to know, and curiosity is now satisfied. I'm kind of at the end of a TBR. There's a few odds and ends books that I haven't read. I guess you could still call them part of my TBRs. 2 or 3 of them floating around, but they're in a faraway place. They're sitting over there, but I'm not getting to them. They're not important at the moment. So I've only got like a couple of books sitting in my TBR. I gotta go find some more damn books. It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna go shopping. But this one has jumped up on BookTube, and it has hooked me. So BookTube talked to me, and I had to go buy a book. This is by L.L. Stevens. Sordanian. Secrets Sheathe the Sword. I'm sorry. Secret Sheathe the Swords. Sordanian. The Triumphary Revelations, book 1 of 5, if I'm not mistaken. There's the cover for that. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. A fallen world is littered with the corpses of broken god machines, and a sheltered angry youth is destined to reawaken their power. But to embody a god, Dorillian Sordanian must first learn to be human. Dorillian is bloodbound to the Rill, a quasi-living artifact that spans continents and empowers a privileged few to reap the riches of an entire civilization. Unfortunately, decades of seizing control of the remaining god machines, those privileged few aren't willing to give up their power, even if it means destroying the human bloodline to which the Rill is tethered. Tori talks. She started reading it. We'll get back to it, I believe she said, but it was very complicated for like the first 100 pages. So I immediately thought, oh, like Dune or something, which you got to push through. But I am giving that a shot. That will be next week. That is it. Beautiful day. I'm about out the door after I have a nice little lunch. See you in a week. After that, some Poe for the first time. Alrighty now, that's it. Bye-bye.